Welcome to G-Tips Beauty Company, where we serve you glam on a silver platter. Alright, glam babes, welcome back. I'm going to show you guys how I did this super pretty nail set where I encapsulated these flowers in this glitter, and it really made for a more beautiful design. Like, they came out so good. Anyways, y'all, let's get to it. I'm adding a real thin layer of acrylic to my nails. I do this so that if I want to remove any designs, when I file the design off, I'll have a thin layer of acrylic there to protect my nail beds. Now, I did skip the prep on this video. I have a few prep steps on other videos, but I skipped it for this video. Y'all, filming prep, it takes so long, so I'll put the prep in a separate video if you need steps on how to go detailed into the prep process, but I didn't do it for this video. Anywho, now I've added the thin layer of acrylic to my nails, and now I'm going to go in with my glitter and start encapsulating. As you see, I've done my pinky. I did it off camera. I wanted to see how it looked and if I want to continue the set. So I do want to continue it. It came out so pretty. Like, let's do this. So first, I did dip the monomer in powder. Got that together on my brush with the good ratio that I want it to be. And then I took the bead and put the bead in the glitter so that I could pick up the glitter and place it on my nail. Now, if your bead is too dry, you may have kind of a problem with this process. If your bead is too wet, you'll also have a problem with this process. If you're a beginner and you're unsure what consistency to kind of use to ensure that you can pick up the glitter, then you can always just lay the acrylic first and sprinkle the glitter on top. You can lay the acrylic on first and then wet your brush and then grab the glitter. There are so many different ways that you can do it. There's literally no right or wrong way. As long as you get the glitter on the nail and you or your client is satisfied, that's really all that matters. So now for the next few steps, y'all, I'm literally taking my time and showing you how I do this. I didn't speed this process up. It's literally me placing the acrylic on the nail. I wet my brush and then I go in with the wet brush to grab the flower, and I place the flower on the wet acrylic. Now, you can do the other process with grabbing the bead of acrylic first and grabbing the flower, but I prefer to use that for fine glitter because sometimes when the flower gets wet, they kind of start to fall apart because they're real flowers, you know. So sometimes when they get wet, they start to fall apart or dissolve or whatever might be the case sometimes. So I like to do the bead first with the glitter pick up, but with the flower pick up, I like to put the bead on the nail and then add the flower to the nail using my brush that's wet. A lot of content creators are speeding up videos. I do speed up certain steps, but I don't speed up the steps that I really want you guys to pay attention to and see how I do it. Sometimes I'll speed up the prep, sometimes the end when I'm sealing my cuticles, you know, things that are not really necessary to the topic of the video. But because this video is literally about encapsulating flowers and glitter, I did not speed this part up. Plus, this video was only like 10 minutes long. So we're going to teach ourselves to relax, sit down 10 measly minutes, and learn something new. Because y'all, this is nail school. This is a nail tutorial, and I want to teach you guys. I want to show you guys really cool things that you can do that'll take your set over the top. This encapsulating glitters and encapsulating flowers, not only does it bring out different artistic designs within yourself and within your client, this combination is expensive. I cannot stress that enough, right? Accent nails are already expensive. Some nail techs are charging for the glitter and the flowers. Like, it's two different prices. It's not one. No, it's not one, right? So you can charge that way if you want to. A full set of encapsulated nail art, you're running your price up an additional $30, $40, depending on the length, depending on what you as a tech want to charge for your experience and for your time, and depending on how much stuff you encapsulate. Like, this was not easy. Look at that. That is so freaking beautiful. And if you're doing this on clients or customers or whomever, they need to be pay up for this design. So if you're looking for ways that you can increase your profits without adding on other services or without, doing all this other extra stuff, you can literally get into nail art and encourage your client to do some nail art, maybe on one finger, a hand, something real simple. But you can easily add an additional $10, $15, depending on how much work you're doing and how many nails you're doing. Like I said, if you're doing 2 nails, 1 nail, a hand, okay, an additional maybe $5 a nail, something of that sort, right? Something not too bad, something affordable for your client, but something so that you're still getting compensated for the work that you do. But if you're doing a full set of these like I am doing, look at this thumb, you need to be charging accordingly. Forget what social media is talking about. Forget what all these people are talking about, like nails. Oh, I'm not paying that much for my nails. People do. People pay for quality. People pay for what they want. The same way people are walking around with these expensive lace front wigs that only last a week and you need a touch up. The same way people are walking around with these $120 lashes that you literally need a fill in at a week, 2 weeks, is the same way people are going to walk around with these $100 nails because they pay for it. Like, please don't think that people are not paying for it, because people are paying for it. It's all about how you market yourself, and it's all about your target audience. I'm gonna say that again. I'm gonna say it slow. I'm gonna say it real clear. Your target audience, baby. Your target audience is so important. One thing I definitely had to learn, y'all, was my friends are not my clients. They are not your clients. Them people you grew up with, them folks you went to school with, y'all, they're not your target audience. They got the same money you got. They in the same tax bracket as you is. So when you talking about people who want discounts, people who want homegirl hookup, people who are like, oh, that's too expensive, those are more than likely going to be your peers, because they more than likely make the same amount of money you do. Don't let your peers be your target audience. Yes, you can service them. Yes, you can advertise, but don't specifically only advertise to them. For example, if you have social media and you're only posting on your Instagram story, that's literally not enough to reach a more broad audience other than the people who follow you, other than the people who make the same amount of money you do, who do the exact same thing as you do. So your target audience is going to be very, very important for reaching out and finding those clients who pay big money, who want you to maybe experiment, or you have free control over the designs that they do. They want you to tap into your creativity. Those are going to be strangers. Those are going to be people that are interested in your art. They're not going to be your peers. So your target audience is going to play a big part in the people who give you feedback on your prices. But if you got a good target audience and you're doing these nails, you're taking your time, you patting in those sidewalls, you are encapsulating that glitter, you are asking them if they want a little nail art, a little glitter, a little couple bang sparkly things to make their nails pop just a little bit more, they are going to pay up. Remember that. So this video, it's a really simple video. Like, you lay your acrylic. I used clear Glam and Glitz acrylic to encapsulate this. It's so easy. I put the bead on first, and then I came in with my glitter, or the flower that I'm encapsulating. Now, I noticed that when I watched this video, I didn't show the end part of where I laid the final bead of acrylic on. So I'm just going to tell you how to do that. When you're done encapsulating, when you're done putting everything on the nail that you want to get a big bead of clear acrylic and just lay it on top, pat it. Make sure that your nail art is completely covered by clear acrylic, because when you go to file the nail, you don't want to file away the nail art. So it's okay to make it a little thicker to ensure that all the nail art is covered. And then when you go back to file, you'll file off it. So, you'll file off the extra thickness to ensure that it's just a nice, then fully encapsulated nail. You don't want to put not enough acrylic on top, that last bead, and then it's thin, and then you go to file it, and then you're noticing like your glitter and your flowers are coming off because you didn't put enough clear acrylic on top, and then you gotta go back in and fix that. So I don't know why I don't think I filmed that part, and I did speed up this part as well because I'm literally doing the same thing. But when you're doing that last bead of acrylic, you definitely want to make sure you put enough on top to cover the nail art. So glam babes, this is me encapsulating some acrylic and some glitters, and it came out so pretty. It came out so good, y'all. It came out so pretty. Like I said, I didn't record the last few steps of me adding that big bead of acrylic over the nail or the finishing nail designs at that. I got a few clips here, but that's about it. Bye. Okay, so I did come across some pictures of the finishing look. This is the finishing design. You can see the nail art, the flowers, the glitter was encapsulated so pretty, and in the sunlight they look so good. This is the finishing look, glam babes. Come back for more nail art tips.